Well, young and a brave man. So we were talking about breast cancer in women and the fact that women are a huge support for each other in this situation. So what about a man dealing with breast cancer? Only 1 in 370 men a year in the UK are diagnosed with breast cancer. Joining us on the line now is actually the chair of Leyton Orient's Fans Trust, and that is Doug Harper, who was diagnosed with breast cancer just before his 50th birthday. Doug, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Joe.
Thank you so much for talking to us. I've been reading, because you blog about this, don't you?
I do, yeah.
I mean, listen, I went to have a mole checked out a couple of weeks ago. So reading what you wrote about that, sitting in the waiting room, and how a diagnosis can just change your life. In fact, just explain, your consultant asked to see you at 11 minutes past 3, is that right?
Yeah.
That's a weird old time for a start, isn't it?
I was quite impressed. I thought he was pretty thorough.
Quite OCD.
Yeah.
So what had happened? It was your partner who had asked you to go and get it checked out, because it was a lump on your nipple, is that right?
Yeah, I thought it was a cyst.
Right.
And I'd had it for some time. And, you know what I mean, like, we ignore something, it goes away, is what we think. And, just before Christmas, I went to see my doctor. And we was laughing and joking, and he said, "Oh, take your top off." And as soon as he saw it, his demeanour changed. He stopped smiling, and he was typing something up on his PC, getting me an appointment for a couple of days later for a mammogram. It wasn't a mammogram, for just various biopsies and things.
Yes. And then when you saw the consultant, he told you.
Yeah, 2 weeks later. Yeah.
2 weeks later, and then, as you say, everything, they move you along pretty quickly, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
I mean, my friends who have dealt with breast cancer say that it's so quick you don't even have time to think. Is that right? It's just this is going to happen.
Well, it would have been for me, but I was diagnosed as diabetic the day before I was supposed to have a vasectomy, yeah. So that took it back about 6 weeks. But
was that type 2 diabetes or type 2? Gosh, so what did that do then? Did that halt everything quite a lot?
Yeah, I had to wait, I think it was about a month for my sugar levels to go down.
Right.
Oh, and then my mum died just before the mastectomy in February. So.
Do you know, Doug, I don't know whether this is true, a friend of mine who was diagnosed with breast cancer said one of the questions they asked her just prior to diagnosis was, does it run in the family, and have you suffered trauma recently? Were you asked that?
They asked me if it ran in the family.
Right.
But I think it's like, I mean, I think it's the same with a lot of cancers. I don't think they really know what causes it, especially with men. I'd say that there's hardly any studies on what causes it. Well, in men or... In fact, can I just mention something?
Yes, okay.
Do. Yeah, there's this young lady in Leicester de Mont University. She's doing a research study into men with breast cancer, and it's for either men that have gone through or that have been through breast cancer, and she's obviously trying to get as many men into this research. I think she said about 30 people so far, and it'd be really brilliant if any, I hate the words fellow sufferers, but anyone that's been through it or is going through it, and if anyone wants any information, if they go to my blog,
yes,
which if you just put in 1 of 300 men breast cancer into Google,
right,
there are other search engines as well, of course. Yeah, if they put 1 of 300 men breast cancer and look at my latest post, and there's info on there.
Right, brilliant. Thank you for that, Doug. Can I just ask, do you think, I mean, if you think about breast cancer awareness, it is very much female-based. It's pink for a start, isn't it? Pink ribbons. Does that frustrate you, or do you just think, no, everyone's doing their bit to do what they can?
I don't know, see, I had a bit of a row on Twitter with, I'm not going to mention this, but one of the charities, because I said that they weren't doing enough for men. And they said to me, well, look, there's this article on our website. But it was like, Joe, it was so far into the website, you know what I mean? You had to press one button. And the thing is, men, there are so many men that don't realise you can get breast cancer.
Yes, of course.
That you wouldn't be looking at it, do you know what I mean? It's not
I mean, because it's meant to be part of our daily routine, we check for it, and men wouldn't be checking that part of the body probably most of the time. And if you don't have a partner to point it out, you probably don't even notice. We've been talking about our relationship with our bodies, and you're so honest in this, because you were saying, it affected your nipple. What's the point of a male nipple anyway, you say? It's pretty useless. But one of the things that really affected you was the loss of your hair and the loss of your eyelashes.
Yeah, when I look at the pictures now, actually doesn't look like me. I can't believe it was me. Sort of when there's absolutely nothing there. It's great that you don't have to shave. I'll give you that.
Yes.
But yeah, the rest of it, it's almost it's freaky looking at it. It's like someone else.
Yes. And so and just you missed the interview with the guys, because the girls that were in here, because you were on the school run. But these girls were saying they get huge amount of comfort, even seeing photographs of other women scarred, whatever. There is this connection. Where do you get any kind of connection from? I mean, chatting to other women, certainly not.
It is. No, I tell you what, I was involved in the breast cancer care show that they do every year.
Yes.
I was one of the models in 2012. And there was 24 of us. Sadly, we've lost 3 now. But there was only me and one other guy, and the other women. We were all on Facebook in a private group. In fact, we met a couple of weeks ago up in uptown.
Yes.
And yeah, even though it's women, we've got a bond because we've all gone through the same thing. I only know about 3 other guys that have had it.
Yes.
So yeah, we're sort of like a support group for each other. It's a bit.
And you say, again, very honestly on your blog, you say before cancer, I mean, you've taken a hell of a battering, and so's your life, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you said, at the risk of sounding like Pollyanna, before it, you'd switch channels when you heard cancer championing the, we will fight it sort of attitude.
Yeah.
But now you are completely in there with the rest of them.
Exactly, yeah. I think, again, that's that sort of man thing, Joe. Like I was saying, like if you ignore something, it'll go away. Yeah, I mean, I actually said on one of my blogs, I said I wouldn't read this if it wasn't me, if you know what I mean. Because, it's a denial thing, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Laura, the photographer we had in, is planning to do a similar book, a project with men, actually, to highlight men with breast cancer.
Great.
So she will do her bit. So no doubt she'll be contacting you, Doug.
Brilliant.
To be honest. How are you now?
Well, one of the drugs I'm sure a lot of people with breast cancer know, called tamoxifen.
Yeah.
Is absolutely awful. I mean, it's there to save your life, but it just makes me feel grumpy. That's probably being an honest word, but it makes me feel grumpy. I lose my memory, fatigue, and you're on it for at least 5 years. But,
right.
And apparently it's just one of them things. I did say last year to my oncologist, I explained all that. I said, is there any way I can come off it? And he more or less said, well, you can if you want, but, you might die. So, well, I think we better stay on it then.
Yes.
But yeah, everything else, my hair's not growing back properly, but what the hey.
Have your eyelashes?
Not as they were. I used to be known as Lovely Lashes, Joe.
See, men always have the best eyelashes.
I did, but they've gone now.
Listen, it's fantastic to talk to you, Doug, and you are really brave, actually. I know, oh gosh, I hate that word, just bandying it around. No, but you are, because we were saying we hide bits of ourselves, the bits we don't like, but there will be people, and this is the magic of radio, who will just be going, good for him because I've been through this, or my son or my husband or my father has been through it. So you speak for hundreds. And
tell the men, check their moves.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you also give us the details of your blog one more time?
Yeah, okay. If you go to Google and just put in 1 of 300 men, and if you put breast cancer next to it, I'll come up, I think, about second.
Thank you.
I could tweet you if you want.
Will you, Doug? Thank you.
I'll do that in a minute.
At Joe Good Radio. Doug Harper, thank you.
Thank you so much.
How's the Orient doing? I know nothing about. Is that Robert Elm's club?
No, he's QPR, isn't he?
Gosh, really upset everyone now. How's the Orient doing?
Fair middling.
Oh, that's good or bad. That's the end of our football conversation, Doug.
Brilliant.
Hopefully I'll meet you one day.
I will too. That'd be lovely.
All right, lots of love. Bye.
Thank you, Joe. Bye.